This is the fight Miyata ditched Ippo for. To avenge his father's loss to Randy's dad, he decided to take the OPBF unification fight against the Asura King, Randy Boy Jr. If you really think about it, it makes no sense, but after the way Randy pressed Miyata in the hallway, he had to teach him a lesson. I mean, how do you come at me after my hard-earned win and after I broke my damn hand? The audacity of this dude. I'd show him the Thriller of Manila right there. But then again, Randy's dad suffered severe brain damage and died 7 days after his fight with Miyata's dad. But the fact about this fight pissed Ippo off so much that he wanted to have a taste of Randy Boy Jr. as well and teach him a lesson or two. I'm still annoyed that the sparring didn't happen. Do you think Ippo would have whooped Randy Boy Jr.'s ass? Anyway, the fight with the highest risk for Miyata's career is about to happen. The whole gang is watching. Itagaki is being the biggest Ippo glazer once again. The whole premise of this fight was that the static Itagaki heard during his sparring with RBJ meant that Miyata would be losing. Sawamura explained that only good outboxers could be able to hear the static. Both Sendo and Sawamura stated that Miyata might lose. The fight was that high stakes. Ippo went as far as to consider a possible loss for Miyata and strongly stated that he would be fighting RBJ if that were to happen. How dare he touch Miyata-kun? And speaking of the lightning god, bolts of lightning appear across the ceiling of the Yokohama arena. It's a thunderstorm. It's dark again. But what's that? A lightning bolt touched down in the red corner. The lightning god Miyata Ichiro descends from the heavens. Ippo is about to bust at Miyata's epic appearance, but Sendo keeps him in check. Takamura is worried though. About what? Miyata's entrance was too epic. He's worried that his entrance won't be flashy enough. Can you believe this dude? Miyata's dad has one piece of advice for his son. Don't scope him out. Push him as hard as you can right off the bat. We'll worry about a strategy later.
Okay, 父さん。
And right when RBJ thought that Miyata had chickened out, Miyata presses in with the force of a thunderstorm. He appears right in front of Randy's eyes. Before Randy can make a move, Miyata is already gone. He turns to his right, but he's too late. Miyata is already on the inside, landing a beautiful counter that electrifies Randy's hair. Randy fires off a right to catch Miyata, but it's no use. He vanished again like a cloud after a storm. And he appears again and lets a torrent of hail rain down on Randy. But then Randy switches to his squared hybrid stance, allowing him to catch up to Miyata's speed and cut him off. And now he is able to see Miyata's punches. Here comes a powerful right straight from the demonic realm. Even though it was blocked, Miyata starts bleeding. Miyata sidesteps and tries to get another angle and escape the pressure, but Randy follows him with ease. They enter a high-speed battle while moving across the ring in a straight line. Randy's stance gives him the ability to change directions more easily. It gives him a wider range of attack as well. He knocks Miyata back with a powerful left. And now comes the RBJ magic. Left, cut off. Right, cut off. Like a sheepdog, he cuts Miyata's movements off and leads him where he wants him. In the corner. The wide stance looks so menacing. RBJ is claiming the whole ring. This is a power move. Randy is throwing a heavy barrage at Miyata, but he manages to dodge most of the punches. Within that high pressure situation, he keeps a calm head and keeps dodging. Say one more time that Miyata has a weak mind. The comment knows who he is. And then Randy throws a sharp left. Miyata comes over the top with a counter from the skies. Randy's full force will be added to Miyata's if that lands. And the counter flings Randy's head backwards like an Amazon driver throws packages in front of your door. And then he states, "I didn't plan on going anywhere." Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you telling me he wanted to stay in the corner? Miyata loves the danger. He loves the risk. He looks into the sun without sunglasses. He keeps eating ice cream even after getting a brain freeze. He doesn't take off his belt at airport security. He asks the police officer for license and registration. Miyata circles out of the corner and drifts away like a race car. The ref almost catches a stray in the process. Then Miyata challenges Randy to fight it out in the center of the ring. He accepts the challenge and rushes in. Randy goes for Miyata's head at full speed. Bop, bop, bop. Miyata is not a princess. You think he'll get pressured by this onslaught? He sways back and gains some distance. No, he doesn't. He goes right back into the action like a psychopath. Like an infighter, he wants the smoke. And he does it even more aggressively than Ippo. He does it without a guard. Miyata notes that he has been training to take on the strongest puncher in the world for a long time now. If he were to back down from Randy's attack, he'd get laughed at. Obviously, he means Ippo. He has trained to tank Ippo's shots. Even with his weight management, he's able to withstand punches of Ippo's caliber. And now we have a full-blown infight, but with the style and speed of a world-class outboxer. Miyata slides left and right and punishes Randy with the counter. And another counter. Miyata is on a roll. These counter punches are placed so well that they have an insane amount of destructive force. Miyata spams combinations on Randy's bloody head and makes him look completely defenseless. His performance is so impressive that Sendo randomly gets angry with Ippo because he wasn't that fast during their sparring. He took his issue to the Miyata CGO, the Chief Glazing Officer. Just when Randy thought he's gotten into the groove, Miyata nails him with his new type of counter, the one you don't even see coming. Look at Miyata's shadow. His shadow goes way behind Randy's shadow. He threw the counter almost from behind Randy's back. This is a goddamn sucker punch counter, the strongest counter in history. And there he goes. Randy boy got sparked into the first down of the fight. Miyata learned counters from a young age. When his dad retired, he showed up at Kamogawa's door and wanted to learn nothing but counters. With his hope and sorrow, he leveled up to the genius he is today. But as beautiful as it sounds, the fight ain't over just yet. RBJ got up. Miyata has to pulverize him if he wants him to stay down. Randy is hurt. The counter he didn't see coming has drained his body more than he expected. Miyata sees how hurt he is. Go in now and he's done. Time for the jolt. Randy throws way more punches than he should be able to after a down. Miyata analyzes his range and figures out that he can't use his feet. That range is how far he can punch at the moment. Miyata steps on his front foot with all of his weight. Right now, he throws all of the outboxing stuff out the window. He looks like an infighter. Both fighters throw everything they have at each other. Miyata's jolt will tear Randy's brain apart if it meets his head with double the force. And he lands the jolt counter on the button, perfectly on Randy's face. After that punch, he's gonna look like Krillin. If you want free surgery, go to the Yokohama Hall. This should be it, right? The strongest counter of all time must be able to end the fight, right? But what in the hell is this? Randy looks like his head is about to explode, but even despite that, he's still standing. And not only is he standing, he's standing in his southpaw stance now. It's very subtle, but he's definitely switched. And just when Miyata is about to finish it, his lead leg hits Randy's, which leads to both of them falling down. This is the typical dilemma with southpaw fighters, and even more so when it happens out of nowhere with a fighter who was in an orthodox stance up until that point. Miyata's dad points out the southpaw stance switch as well now, and also the reason for why Miyata couldn't knock Randy out with his counter. He didn't counter Randy's strongest punch. He countered the right jab because Randy has been switching back and forth after the first down. What is this pressure? Are we in Soul Society or something? Is it Kenpachi? It's none other than Randy Boy Jr. Ippo feels his aura all the way in the seat. Something's different. But Miyata doesn't care one bit. He pulls out his anti-southpaw strategy and moves to the left while throwing his right at the perfect angle. This way, he won't eat any strong lefts. Keep this in mind for when Ippo starts using the southpaw stance after his retirement. He has already proven to be a competent southpaw boxer. But when we thought that Miyata had the perfect strategy, the static appears and interrupts his rhythm. RBJ connects with the right jab. What does this mean? Randy is able to switch effortlessly between southpaw and orthodox. So when Miyata is on the outside of his pivoting foot, Randy just switches back to orthodox, which puts Miyata on the inside again. He interrupts his rhythm with the change in range. It's like Miyata is fighting more than one person, a three-headed Asura. If there are more people to fight, what do? You just be more people as well. Straight out of Takamura's book, Miyata pulls out the speed hell and attacks with a gang of 8 Miyatas. Miyata is moving so fast that Randy's eyes make him see a damn man with angel wings in front of him. Imagine you're getting punched so fast you start seeing majestic creatures. This is the scenario Miyata sparred multiple opponents at once for. He's ready for Randy's stance switches. Miyata's knuckles are slipping through the tiniest gaps in Randy's guards. That's why Randy has no time to counterattack. He has to tighten up his guard even more. I've talked about fist shapes in one of my videos before. Miyata has a slim triangle-shaped fist. That's why his punches pierce through every guard. But Randy isn't done yet. He was surviving in that round. Those were the longest 3 minutes of his life. Next round, he wants to tear Miyata's wings right off. I can't believe he's still hung up on the wings he was hallucinating about before. In between rounds, Randy looks like he was attacked after 8 PM in the streets of London. He says that Miyata is way stronger than Sakaguchi's data said. This means he's evolving, and he's not able to keep up with whatever that X factor is. Miyata teleports back and forth and nails Randy with punches from every side. He moves like he has rollerblades on. While he's getting spammed on, Randy analyzes Miyata's stats and his probability of going for direct punches to the head. He's a headhunter who wants you to make rash decisions. And when that happens, a lightning bolt strikes you from far away. But during his speed hell, Miyata doesn't put weight on his feet. The punches are light. This is why they don't do actual damage. And what does this mean? Randy has recovered. And now the tables have turned. Miyata has worn himself out while he was flying around the ring like a wasp in a jar. Now, Randy is able to read the punches of Miyata. He analyzed that he was going to the head 80% of the time. So now, he can start dodging them and use his hands for something else. Randy goes in and parries Miyata's jab with ease. Time to pull off those wings. And he nails Miyata with a powerful body shot. If he didn't go to the toilet before the fight, he sure as hell weighs less now. And we see a close shot of Randy Boy Jr. deep in Miyata's guts. But Miyata acts like he's used to men being up in his guts. He continues dancing around the ring like nothing happened, but Randy doesn't let him slip away. And another juicy body shot. Again, no reaction from Miyata. He counters without hesitation. And another body shot from RBJ. There are no signs of hurt on Miyata's body. He keeps moving like a young bird. Another one. A left hook finds its home in Miyata's guts once again. Miyata won't back off though. He pushes forward. Randy slides through Miyata's barrage and pushes into him. He's now deep in the pocket. And there you have it. Another Mac bodyburger. But Miyata has had enough of the gut action. He lands a sharp counter. But how was he able to land that counter? Didn't we just see that the static was messing up his rhythm? That crazy motherfucker lets himself get hit with body shots on purpose, so he has a perfect timing for his counters. And there we have another one. And as planned, Miyata times it and answers with a perfect counter. But Randy can afford to eat Miyata's counters because it doesn't change the fact that he's actually landing his body shots. Plus, they are just left counters. Ippo confirms that it was the same strategy he had in mind for the Miyata fight as well. So Randy is stepping in with the plan we've just discussed. Miyata throws a jab and pulls it back in. Randy is ready and braced for the left counter because he's only guarding his right side. The left comes. Wait, no, it doesn't. What else is there? Miyata is on the move. What is he doing? And there is the lightning bolt, striking its victim's brain without a single hesitation. Randy is blown all the way across the ring. This means one thing and one thing only. Miyata's master plan worked. He used the speed hell on RBJ to make him use body shots. And he made him use body shots to make him expect only left counters. And he used those left counters to hide the inevitable right counter that's his true ultimate move. Bro is the golden onion of boxing. Endless layers of techniques. And why the hell isn't RBJ going down, by the way? Even after all those sacrifices and bets Miyata made, it wasn't enough. His intestines are singing a song of pain and suffering. His ribs are broken now, and he smiled to hide the pain of his injury. This is what fighters always do. Either smile or shake your head when a strike really hurts. Never give your injuries away. Just like a cat. Randy looks possessed. He's ready to fight it out. No matter where Miyata goes, he's chased down by Randy. He's always looking at him, from every side possible. It's like Miyata's fighting the Mona Lisa. Randy throws a strong right and it seems to land, but Miyata turns his neck and dodges with ease, just like Date. But it doesn't matter because his ribs are gone. And Randy has 3 heads now. He's chasing him wherever he goes. They go for a quick exchange, but Miyata is only surviving. He needs to move out of there. But his wings have met their expiration date. His legs give out and he falls. Obviously, his body is weaker because he's at featherweight. Everybody keeps pointing to it. He's a blade that was sharpened too much and lost too much weight. That's why he breaks easily. But Miyata won't hear any of it. This is his chosen path. Fuck the noise. Literally fuck the noise Randy makes with his shoes on the canvas. What follows is a disgusting beatdown. Miyata eats one fist sandwich after another. And he's down again. The ref starts the count. After some cute childhood memories, he gets back up. Miyata doesn't want to win. Otherwise, he would have done so by now. He wants to show his dad's counter against Randy. He is obsessed with counters, just like Ippo was obsessed with proving Kamogawa's boxing. Miyata keeps tumbling through the ring like a drunk customer at Waffle House. Randy starts to feel bad for him and wants the ref to stop the fight. At this point, he might actually die. But the fight continues and Miyata gets absolutely dragged through the dirt. Miyata's dad keeps patiently watching Miyata getting butchered. His own team and even Kamogawa think he's pathetic for letting that happen to his son. But there's a plan hidden within that pain. Every time Randy dodges Miyata's wild attacks, he answers with the left. And there it is again. The ref wants to stop the fight if Miyata eats another shot. And he dodges. Oh no, he doesn't. His nose moves up all the way to his brain. I can hear the bones crunching like Doritos. Miyata flies through the air and falls on his back. The fight is over. Or is it? Miyata does an Assassin's Creed parkour roll and lands on his feet. He's ready for all the smoke. The fight won't end here. Get the fuck out of the way, ref. You've let all of Sawamura's fouls happen and now you want to be the hero? Move, bitch. The ref can't do shit. No count, nothing. Both fighters are eager to continue. And box. Time to finish it. Miyata's jaw is wide open, but it's on purpose. This is his father's plan, passed down an entire generation. Randy falls for it and throws the left. There it is! From a young age, Miyata has known what to do in this scenario. Throw a right straight. This is it. It ends here. All we need is the heart. And the right lands perfectly with the mightiest explosion on Randy's face. And you already know what the flying mouthguard means. It's over. Miyata Ichiro is the unified OPBF champion, the most stubborn motherfucker of all time. He proved that his father's counters worked against the strongest opponent he has ever faced. And I'm still pissed that the fight with Ippo didn't happen there. If we are honest, Miyata would have put Ippo into the canvas. Especially because Ippo's punches are way stronger than Randy's. Miyata has proven that he's able to counter anything. But what about the new Dempsey roll? The one that comes even from a vertical angle. Maybe it's good that the fight didn't happen so early in Ippo's career. But let's remember that Miyata was nerfed to shit in this fight, just like in every other fight. He's never at 100%. So what would it even mean if he fights Ippo at featherweight? It means everything. It's no excuse. He made the decision himself. Nobody told him to. And the result is always fair because he agreed to the conditions. Takamura fought Hawk at way below his natural weight class. More than 40 pounds lower to be precise. So he suffers much more than Miyata. Does he complain? He won against Hawk. Does this win mean more or less? No, it's a win, that's it. That's why I want to reject any theories that Ippo could go up in weight. It won't happen, they will fight at featherweight 100%. Let me know what you think about Miyata vs Ippo. Do you like the fight, or should they just do a sparring in the basement? Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one.